Psychic Ross. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing? I don't remember the hand thing, but today...
We are back with a comeback reaction to the Avengers of K-pop, Super M. And we'll be watching their music video 1, Monster and Infinity.
We are both fans of Super M and also the individual groups that the members are from, if you couldn't tell from the rest of our reactions on this YouTube channel. We actually even went to the Super M concert last year. Literally best deal of our lives. But yeah, we've also watched the teaser for this music video, and we did watch the other releases, 100 and Tiger Inside. But since this month is kind of busy and also those were technically pre-releases, we were like, let's just do the official release, which is this one.
But it just came out, so I'm really excited, so let's just go!
Yeah.
Performance king.
So we heard that this might be in all English. Oh, also neither of us watched the Ellen performance, so this is all new.
Oh yeah, this is all new.
What are these outfits?
They're being like superheroes. But it's like they're filming a superhero movie.
I'm sorry, wait, do you hear those background vocals right now? Yeah. Oh. This is what I heard in the teaser, and I was like, what? Because it goes... Ooh. Yeah, that background sim. That rhythm. What? That shot.
Whoa. I love them.
Itaewon. Oh, okay. So they have they had one phrase of Korean.
I've heard a couple, but it's opposite of a normal K-pop song where it's one phrase of English. I like
this
that.
is even more English than Dropping was. Aww. The horns in the background, really dramatic again. Oh, oh.
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 I feel like I haven't seen, I've seen him a couple times, but I haven't seen Lucas that much yet.
Yeah. I really haven't. What the? Okay, yeah, Hyun Baekhyun, we know that you can do that. We know that you're insane, but 10! Also, we just saw Lucas for a little bit, but I haven't really seen Lucas lines. Oh, here we go. Here we are. Hello. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a whole outro section. Okay. Oh. Hmm? I was gonna say, were each of those individual scenes their origin stories because Marvel collaboration? Because they each had their own settings. Oh. What? What?
And we're back after several hours and one very large technical difficulty later. We are filming our comment section the next morning, very early in the morning, because there was a very big storm that knocked out all of my power and Wi-Fi for several hours. So sorry for the whiplash. We've obviously changed.
Slept
fun.
A little bit.
But like we promised that we did stay up for the release. So
it's just the universe is against us.
Anyway, on to comments. I don't have too much to say. I did finally get to watch the Ellen performance though, which I was looking forward to all day yesterday because when I woke up, my mom was like, oh, Super M had a song. They performed it on Ellen. Did you see it? And she tried to get me to watch it. And I was like, I can't until after the music video's out. And I do think it's really interesting because it was even more pronounced in the stage version, but you could see this in the music video as well. Their dance styles over the last year as they have worked together have really started meshing and like blending very well together. All of them individually have different dance styles, and then their groups also have very distinct dance styles. Over the last year, you can tell that the more they have danced together, the more they have started adopting traits from the other members, which is just so fascinating to me because if you go back and you look at the releases that their groups have had, even since they started Super M, they shed those to have their group come back. But one part of the dance that I really liked, and I thought at first like, oh, maybe it's just because I was watching this at like midnight and I was really tired and so that's what stuck out to me, but I just rewatched it and this was still my favorite part of the whole dance, is the hand motion that they do on time. And it's just such a small thing, but I think the way that it matches the music is very satisfying to me. The way they're dragging out time and they kind of move their body with it. And then also, I just think it's really clever because it's like the hands on a clock. For the music video though, I do love how they have kind of played with this whole like superhero, like Marvel collaboration thing, especially in the shots where they're like showing them filming something, and then you can even see where they like CGI the green screen and they show that in the music video. I just think that's really fun. It's like very playful, but it also makes it feel very epic because superhero movies like make you feel a certain way when you're watching them. I just feel like all of the Super M title tracks have that very epic feeling. The final thing, they're all great performers, like obviously, and they all have great facials, but Anna and I were both talking about the fact that in the bridge, when Taemin says like monster, monster, his facial expression in the music video is like haunting. Like it's so good that it's actually kind of frightening. But yeah, that's all I have to say. And Anna, take it away.
Just to control ourselves so that we wouldn't ramble, we did give ourselves time limits, just letting y'all know. So just in general, like all the Super M title tracks that we've seen so far are very like dubstep EDM-y. And then another thing that's really common for all the Super M title tracks, like you were saying, it has like a very epic feel, like their whole superhero theme, because they literally have a collaboration with Marvel to be the Avengers of K-pop. Not just the music video, but like the song feels very epic. And like one of those big things is there's that brass that happens in the instrumental, and it's a very uplifting sort of line. Like it's like moving upwards for the most part, and that's very typical thing that you will hear in like a superhero movie. Or like honestly, when I first heard it for this song, it made me immediately think of like a Rocky Balboa like training montage sort of thing. Because of that, it's just like a really overwhelming feeling. But before I get into like my main freak out moment, one thing that I wanted to say was that the rhythms in the song were really interesting to me, and I mentioned it a few times. Yeah, it does have like typical rhythms in it in sections, like obviously the pre-chorus, it does like the and then the drop. But then after something typical like that, there will be random moments where it's like a really interesting rhythm to me. Like I think one thing in particular is like Taeyong's rap section in the beginning. I was like, wow, I did not expect there to be that much rest in one of those moments. The song also had like random elements, or like would go in a different direction than I would expect and throw me completely off guard. It keeps it interesting while also creating a song that will get stuck in your head. But the main freak out fangirl moment that I had was, and you saw it in the reaction, 10. Wow, so proud, because we've literally seen him since his SM rookie days, and like, yeah, Baekhyun was like singing those high notes too, but like I said in the reactions, we know Baekhyun can do that. He freaking did that in Jopping. Listen to like any EXO title track and he's done that. Listen to his solo stuff, he's done that. But 10, it has been more of a recent thing, because like he did that in the Wavy comeback this year for Turn Back Time, and we were freaked out, but this one was more insane because, like, yeah, you know that there's a high note coming at that moment, but like even the way the music video is shot, all of a sudden 10 comes in from nowhere and he's doing the upper harmony for that harmonized high note section, and wow, I'm actually like gaining energy as I'm talking about it. And yeah, I did go over time, but anyways, I'm done. I'm excited to listen to the rest of the album. Peyton, TLDR.
TLDR, Super M is back with their album Super One and their new song, and we are just as pumped now as we were when it first came out because it is just that good. We are still super impressed by all that they have done over the last year, and they have all worked really, really hard, so give them lots of support and lots of love.
But that being said, if you enjoyed this video, also love Super M, also support all of these people in this group and all of their activities in and out of Super M, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and